What's up, water signs, Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios? I'm just gonna talk to you guys like this real quick. I did a whole entire reading for you guys with tarot cards and all, and 3 oracle cards, and realized I once again did not hit record on my camera. So I'm putting this video in so that you guys know what's about to come. This reading it feels very important. It felt very potent. I felt this reading, and every single time that happens, I forget to hit record. Who the fuck knows why? But the crux of the reading, if you guys don't have good attention spans, is that somebody out there needs to communicate their emotions. You know what? Listen to the fucking reading. Just grow up and listen to the reading, and while you're doing the dishes or vacuuming or driving to work, pretend like it's a podcast episode. Plug me in and listen to the episode, because there is a message here for you if you are compelled to listen. That's that. I'm not going to give you the crux of it. I'm going to force you to listen, because there's a message here for somebody. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy the reading. What's up, water signs? This is your weekly reading. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I mean, it's the beginning of the week, so let's jump right into it. But if you want a personal reading, that's linked in the description below. All right, let's see. I took out this mermaid tarot deck. We'll see what messages come through in this deck. I haven't read with this deck in fucking years. Yeah, I have like over 200 decks. I didn't realize that. I've been saying, oh yeah, I got about, a little over 100. Nope, counted. It's 200. Page of Cups, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. It's so funny. As I was kind of going through this deck and just cutting it off camera, I kept getting in the Tower. The 7 of Pentacles is always a card for me of impatience and really not wanting to put in effort into something, like wanting to receive, for me at least. It's like somebody who almost is a little bit lazy and wanting to reap the benefits of something without putting in effort. And I feel as if this is a creative effort. This Page of Cups is very much so giving me creativity. And I'm getting a feeling of just being impatient about your sense of wonder coming back. Some of you guys could be really waiting around for that creative spark to just come back in some aspect of life. And I feel like it has. I don't feel like you're waiting for it to actually come back, especially with the Page of Cups here upright. I don't feel like you guys are waiting for this gratitude, this sense of wonder to come back, whether it's you diving back into spirituality and finally feeling whole again or something like that, or you starting to put your efforts into a creative project or something like that. I don't feel as if the problem here is a lack of creativity. I feel as if the problem is a lack of putting in the time needed to make this thing happen. With the Tower in reverse, this is giving me this can be twofold. It can be inner turmoil, where you're experiencing a lot of upheaval inside, maybe coming to a lot of conclusions within yourself, unexpected conclusions, ones that will essentially bring you to an ultimate awakening and growth, but internal nonetheless. Could be that, or you could be attempting to avoid some sort of catastrophe. It's almost like are some of you guys afraid of success? Because it's like by not executing, let's say, on this creative spark that you're having, right? You may not have to worry. You're remaining in your safe place, essentially, not having to worry about any rugs being pulled out from underneath you. Because if you're not standing on a solid floor, then how can there even be a rug underneath you, sort of thing. And this can take place in any area of life, so make it make sense to you. I know I'm saying creative, but like creativity can really be anything. It doesn't have to do with this can be about relationships as well. I'm gonna just keep pulling. At the bottom of the deck, you're getting the Queen of Swords. Look at this little lady. I mean, if that ain't an ice queen, I don't know what the hell is. And the Four of Cups behind that, which can definitely, for me at least, represent some emotional complacency, or at the very least, emotional distraction. King of Cups is here. Yeah, this definitely has to do a lot with your emotions. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think there's a lot of fear with this Nine of Wands. I always read the Nine of Wands as paranoia at its core. But essentially it's deeper, because it's like when you're paranoid, you're afraid of something that's essentially not going to happen, right? Nobody would say, oh, you're paranoid about, possibly getting into an accident when you're not wearing a seatbelt. No, that's a very real fear to have, and a very real precaution to take, right? I'm going to put my seatbelt on because I know that accidents happen all the time, and I've been in a few myself. And so in order to avoid possible catastrophe, I'm going to take this precaution, and that's a very real precaution, right? This feels more like taking a precaution because you're paranoid, and the thing that you're paranoid about is not going to come to fruition. It's more so almost like either stunting your emotional growth because you're afraid of this outcome that's not going to come to pass, or it's just investing too much emotionally. Again, the crux is because you're afraid of the alternative of if I don't invest, if I don't deplete myself emotionally, if I don't do this thing, then or even deplete yourself creatively, right? If I don't do that, then this horrible thing that I'm fearing is going to happen. That's the sort of energy I'm getting. And again, you can make this apply to any area of your life. That's the beauty of tarot, especially a collective tarot reading for more than one person, is that it's not honed in on a specific topic, right? This is a general reading that can apply to your love life, your fucking career, your family, your friends. What else is there? Your sex life. This feels very tied to emotions, but I'll give you a couple scenarios that I'm just coming up with right off the top of the fucking dome piece, okay? 1, I'm afraid to express myself because I'm afraid that if I do express myself to this partner, this person, this friend, whatever, they may not want to be my friend or partner or be a person in my life anymore. And I'm afraid of abandonment, right? I have a fear of abandonment. And it's like, well, that thing is not going to happen because there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of emotion here. So it's like you're depleting yourself emotionally and not putting in, not expressing the way you need to because you're afraid that it's not going to work out for you. Scenario 2. You're not expressing yourself. I'm getting, I don't know why this Page of Cups is giving me like somebody who needs to write. Somebody who needs to be writing their shit down. Whether this is journaling or like actually writing a book, I have no idea. But when I see this Page of Cups, it's screaming writing your feelings or something. Getting like, I don't know. I'm going to take this advice as well for myself as a Cancer. So, and trust me, I have no idea where this is coming from. And it's like, and if it's not writing, it might be for some people watching, but if it's not writing, then it's like needing to really delve into this creative practice, this creative thing, which is tied to spirituality and tied to your emotions in some way, right? Needing to express yourself maybe through art or like I've been getting into astrology lately, and that's been really, and there is some creativity to that, I guess. It's just like finding the wonderment in these spiritual topics, which I haven't been doing as of late because grad school really kicked my ass the first year. Like, you know what I mean? It's like maybe getting back into things that you used to be into. But it's for a higher purpose. It's not just for a hobby. I mean, it can be, but it's a hobby that has a means to an end. Whether that means to an end is you have a book at the end of this thing that you can market and sell and make money from, or you have just expressed yourself and gotten the thing out on the table, and you have a higher awareness of where you're at emotionally and thus can elevate yourself, right? There's a fear attached to this of some sort. It's either a fear of success, a fear of failure, both, a fear of vulnerability. This is what I'm picking up very strongly from these cards. But the crux is that not doing this thing is actually the thing that's emotionally draining you, right? You think you're holding on to your emotions and that's the good thing, and you don't want to be vulnerable, and you don't want to fail, and you don't want to take a chance on something, on your expressions, on your emotions, and we think that we're remaining safe when realistically we're actually burning ourselves out. It's kind of like the theme that I've been really feeling lately, even when I'm doing my tarot live streams on TikTok and Instagram or wherever else I do those live streams. The theme I've been picking up a lot is burning the candle from both ends. And so some of you guys could be doing that. Especially with this Queen of Swords that came out at the bottom of the deck, there's definitely tying your emotions into communicating in some way. Again, whether that means getting in front of a camera and starting a podcast, again, creatively talking about your feelings but being able to communicate. It's some sort of communication, which is why I'm saying writing, or again, art is an expression, but it also communicates something. Just take it as it makes sense, because I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. I just say shit that comes to me, and it's intuitive and it's channeling, and I don't know what it means or who it's meant for. Justice. Two of Wands in reverse. Here's the thing. And this is where this Seven of Pentacles in reverse comes from. And here we go, more confirmation with the Death card in reverse, right? What I'm getting very strongly is you guys are resisting some sort of... it feels like an awakening, even though death doesn't really, for me... death is more about like letting the old habits and things die so that the new can come in and be reborn, you know? But for me, this feels very, very much so attached to a spiritual awakening or an emotional awakening, an awakening of some sort, higher awareness. And so this Justice card is balancing out the scales. I feel like it's also balancing, like I said, with that Queen of Swords, balancing the spiritual with the practical, and remaining in that balance so that you don't get too far ahead of yourself. In either direction, right? And then it's also what you're putting out there, you're getting back in return with the Justice card. Justice can a lot of the times be about accountability too. If this is about accountability, it's holding yourself accountable. And this Two of Wands, this middle row right here, is all about really needing to have a solid plan in this. It's not just about flying by the seat of your pants in whatever this thing is. It's really having to make a choice about what path you're taking and what path you want to be on, and having a plan about taking that path and being ready to embark on that path. And some of you guys have to do this work just to get to that point, to get to the readiness point, right? But I'm really also getting from this practical standpoint, needing to be a little bit more organized with your thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff like that. I don't know why I'm picking that up. And then again, the Death card is that resistance to change and a resistance to the rebirth. Some of you guys are afraid to be the butterfly. So you're remaining in the cocoon. But the cocoon has cracked open. And it's your responsibility to step out of it. To embark. To take the first step. And this is heavily, whatever this is, I feel this so strongly that this is attached to your emotions and your creativity. So take that as it resonates. Yeah, as I cut the deck, you have Mars in Gemini, which is all about communication, right? But it says decision. It's taking action. Mars is an action planet. Mars is all about the embarking, right? So it's making the decision to embark. You have the Moon in Cancer, which again can't get any more emotional than that. The Moon in Cancer. The card says friendship. I just lost it though. The card says friendship, but that could just be, tied to your relationships or just your emotions in general and your feelings. So make it make sense for you. Let's see what actually comes out. By the way, learning astrology really helps you to understand this deck specifically. So you have Mercury in Virgo. Again, the card says caution, and I'm getting Mercury is a communication planet, which is what I was saying before about I'm picking up like some sort of communication heavily. Well, this is validation. But some of you guys could be showing caution about how you're expressing. A little too much caution, which I think is where this Justice card comes out. There needs to be a balance. It's okay to be cautious about how you say things. We should always be thinking about what we're saying before we say it, right? But with this card, it's all about expression. Mercury is all about your thoughts, your feelings, and getting them out there. It's not necessarily mass communication, but it's communication nonetheless. So take that as it resonates. I'm going to pull an Archangel Michael card, and then I'm going to pull a Moon Goddess card. I forget what this deck is called. I don't know. Something about the moon. There it is. This is I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this one so heavily. Step into the spotlight. It's a very cohesive reading. I love when it makes sense and everything kind of ties together. You have a message. What is that? Communication? Okay. You have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. I know one specific person that this reading is 1000% for, but I'm hoping that this is going to resonate with others as well. It's called the Queen of the Moon Oracle, by the way, this one that I'm about to use. And this is going to end out the reading. Protection. Again, some of you guys could be trying to protect yourself from something that's not coming. Something that you don't need to protect yourself from. Whether it's failure. I don't think you're protecting yourself from success. You're afraid of it. Because with success could come that sort of failure. But nonetheless, you guys are protecting yourselves. And it's okay to protect yourself. Just don't keep yourself isolated. And don't keep yourself in a place where you're not taking action. You're not taking risks. I just realized I didn't hit record on this fucking camera again. Oh my God, every time it's a potent message too. What the hell? Either way, this is y'all's reading. I'm so sorry. I love you guys so much. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.